Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to today's video. Welcome to Combat Ready HQ. We are looking at British Army's recruits celebrate becoming trained soldiers. This is the recent pass-off parade that has just happened at Army Foundation College, Harrogate, where the recruits have just passed out, done a massive pass-out parade, and are now most probably on leave and be heading down to phase 2 training very shortly to their respected new trades, corps and regiments, before they then move on to actual regimental life and then deploying around the world on exercise and operations. Absolutely brilliant. I passed out of here around 18 years ago. 18 years this year would be absolutely crazy, but some of the best years of my life. Really tough. They've been through some intense training. A lot of people would have dropped out, but these ones actually made it. They pushed through. They got through the horrendous joining application process, but they've gone through some really good training, and this is one of the proudest days of your life. So let's have a look, see, and I'll give you sort of my thoughts, my commentary, and what I was feeling when I went through.
Passing out parades mark the culmination of what's generally considered the toughest period of a recruit's life. For this special reason, those on parade and those looking on are bursting with pride, conscious that the process they've just been through stands them out from most teenagers and young adults in society.
So you could be stood there for hours and then you'd have to change arms. And I'm telling you what they're doing now, where here they've just changed arms there. Your arm is dead and you've got to force it out because the blood is just gone from your arm. Honestly, it's really painful, but you stood there, you don't want to move, you don't want to talk, you don't want to drop your weapon, you don't want to faint, because you just want everyone to look on and be really proud of you. So it's really tough.
At the Army Foundation College, 370 recruits have made the grade and are joining the Field Army.
370 recruits. So this is the two companies they had going through. When I went through, it was 3 companies. I was in Waterloo and we had 618 recruits on parade.
But for many youngsters in the UK, an experience like this doesn't appeal the same way it used to.
The backdrop to these soldiers' time in training is ongoing recruitment woes for the British Army. But why then did some of these recruits join the Army?
It was a parachute regiment. That's why I joined the Army.
Junior RSM.
I joined because I wanted to get in as soon as possible.
So to say how this works within Harrogate, unlike other training places like Powerbright, in Harrogate they do a junior rank system where throughout the period you can become a junior NCO. So you can obviously start off with Lance Corporal, then you get a Corporal, so you have a Lance Corporal, a Corporal within the section and a platoon. And then after a while, those section commanders get put forward to be picked to be a platoon sergeant, and then those platoon sergeants can be put forward towards the end to become sergeant majors, and then the RSM, and then he marches on just behind the other RSM, I believe, on the parade, and then you wear sort of the rank on a brassard on the parade.
And I wanted to get to the parachute regiment.
So he's obviously done really well to get picked up.
I think the main thing for me was just like fitness at first, I think, and just really wanted to do something that was just worthwhile and that I could grow and develop as a person in, really.
A fear some may have about joining the army is that interests or hobbies won't cross over. They might worry military life puts on hold, well, everyday life. Not so for junior soldier Rebecca Davies, who's joining the Grenadier Guards.
Ah, nice. See,
the rigours.
What people might not know, females, you can now join frontline troops. They opened it up a few years ago, so if you're a female and you want to join the infantry, such as the Grenadier Guards, you can.
Of basic training, the young infantrywoman has continued to compete at a professional level in kickboxing.
Oh, nice.
Well, I started when I was 4, so I've been doing that. This is my 14th year this year. I've recently become a European champion, 12 times British champion over my career.
Jesus.
How have you been able to manage that incredible sporting characteristic of you?
Yeah.
How have you been able to balance that alongside joining the army?
Well, I've joined the army to help with my kickboxing overall, because I know they're very big on sport, the army. But they've helped me get to my competitions, like giving me weekends off that I needed, let me come back late on Sundays to make sure I'm back for training here, and still being able to compete. If there's any extra training sessions for kickboxing, they've let me leave. But yeah, they're trying to help me out for my future as well.
Yeah, if you don't realise, if you big into sport, the army or the military is for you. They are massive on sport. You know, people go away, play for England. I've had a friend compete in the Commonwealth Games in Australia. People get sent away, like sort of to go and play full-time rugby away from their units. Football, it's insane. You can join the army boxing team and just become a tracksuit soldier. So if you like sports, join the army, join the military. Not bad in
There are
time
positive
there.
signs that interest in careers in the British Army is starting to improve. New recruit applications have recently hit a 6-year high, with senior officials citing a number of reasons, including recent high-profile warnings that a world war is possible. It may be unclear right now if that new interest will resolve the recruitment woes the Army has faced for years.
Such a sense of pride, like honestly, when you're stood here in front of anyone and you're marching on, the sense of like how proud you feel is just absolutely insane. It's one of the best feelings you can ever experience, even if it is really, really tough, having to stand there for hours and do all the drill and the arms drill. You know, in time is one of the best feelings ever. So highly recommend it just for that. Talk about recruitment rows. I still think they're massively down and there's a lot that what they need to do. I don't think they're anywhere near where they think they are. I think they're just trying to say that it's on the way up. We're still in the negative around 5,000 soldiers each year. But these pass out parades are absolutely amazing, and it's amazing that these have passed off. Brilliant to see a whole load of new junior soldiers passing out. Junior soldiers make a lot of RSMs down the line. They have great careers and they do really well, and they say it's one of the best sort of stepping stones in the British Army to do, because they do make a lot of the higher senior sort of NCOs within the British Army. Junior soldiers do really well.
But what is clear is that those on parade here have few regrets. They are stronger, more resilient,
look at that hat.
and prouder
Someone didn't check
individuals
that
than
before
they
we went
were
on parade.
before. And they are now, finally, trained soldiers. James Wharton, Forces News, AFC Harrogate.
Nice.
Thanks for watching.
Like I said, just an amazing feeling. It's great to see a whole load of new 348 or something like that soldiers now being pushed out onto phase 2 training to start some amazing careers. Like I said, there's quite a bit of negative at the moment. I really think there's a lot of benefits they need to sort out. They need to sort out recruitment, but they really need to sort out retention. Please look after these new soldiers so they can go on and have some amazing careers. If you're thinking about joining the army, if you love sport, you're a female and you want to join the infantry, you now can. If you love sport, you can go and do lots of it. So get the applications in. It's a long process. I know they need to sort it out, but it is worth it in the long run, especially just to do this pass-off parade. Well done to these new recruits and these new soldiers. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment with what your thoughts are, and I'll see